Let's start by classifying matter as either pure substances or mixtures. Pure substances consist of only one type of particle and have a uniform composition. They can be elements, like gold, or compounds, like water, H2O, with different elements that are bonded to each other. If you have a big piece of gold and you break it in half, you now have two smaller pieces of gold, but they are still gold. Their identity hasn't changed. The chemical composition hasn't changed. If you have water, you can boil it into steam or freeze it into ice, but it's still water, H2O. Mixtures contain two or more different types of particles. Salt water contains both salt and water. You can mix oil and water together to make a mixture. Mixtures can also be separated into their individual components by physical means. If you boil salt water, the water boils off as steam and the salt stays behind in the pan. If you let oil and water mixture settle, they separate on their own and you can remove one of the two layers. Mixtures can be further classified as homogeneous or heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixtures have a uniform composition throughout. They're also known as solutions. Think of salt water. If you take a bunch of samples, each from a different location, the samples are all the same. Homogeneous mixtures are consistent throughout. You cannot see individual components. Heterogeneous mixtures, on the other hand, have a non-uniform composition. You can often see the different components with the naked eye. Examples include salad or oil and water. This salad has lettuce, tomatoes, olives, cheese, and each can be distinguished with the naked eye. Oil and water don't dissolve each other, so they're two separate layers. Pure substances can be further classified as elements and compounds. Elements are substances that are on the periodic table. They consist of only one type of atom. Examples include absolutely anything and everything on the periodic table. Oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, gold. There's over 100 of them. But I worded the definition of element very carefully when I said one type of atom, so let me be clear. Gold is on the periodic table. One atom of gold by itself is an element. That's pretty straightforward. But some elements like to bond to themselves. Oxygen can be described as diatomic, meaning that it likes to exist as bonded pairs of atoms. O2, two oxygen atoms that are bonded to each other. Carbon can exist as diamond or graphite, both of which are just an enormous number of carbon atoms bonded together. These examples are all classified as elements regardless of the number of atoms. What's important is that all of the atoms are of the same element. Compounds contain atoms of different elements bonded to each other. Examples include water, H2O, carbon dioxide, CO2, and sodium chloride, NaCl. Now, the properties of compounds are different from the properties of the elements that compose them. Let's look at sodium chloride. Sodium is a metal that's so soft that you can cut it with a cheap plastic knife. It also explodes when it touches water. Chlorine is a greenish-yellow gas that can be fatal if inhaled. Sodium chloride is table salt. It's the type of salt that we put on food. We need to consume some amount of it to stay alive. Let's check comprehension. Classify each of the following as a homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture, element, or compound. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching Chemistry in a Nutshell. If you feel that I've earned it, please like this video and subscribe to my channel.